Jürgen Klopp says Liverpool are always looking to strengthen. He says it would be cool to have a new midfielder, but only if the right player is available. Oh.
Liverpool may make a late window offer to sign Arsenal target Youri Tielemans. Reporter Ben Jacobs reports that Arsenal are targeting Youri Tielemans after Liverpool's defeat at Old Trafford last night. The Gunners have long been interested in the Leicester City star, who is entering the final year of his contract. Arsenal fans would love Tielemans at the Emirates, but Mikel Arteta and his friends are yet to take action. Now with the latest news, Liverpool may make a belated bid to sign Arsenal target Youri Tielemans. Jürgen Klopp's Liverpool have had a shocking start to the season. They only have 2 points on the board after 3 games, something that no one could have predicted before the start of the season. The Reds lost to Manchester United last night and were unable to really produce, especially in the first half. They had almost no midfield, and Erik ten Hag's men comfortably overtook them in the middle of the park. Every Liverpool fan will love a new midfielder at Anfield before the window closes, and Jacobs has now suggested that Klopp could make a late window bid to sign Tielemans. However, the journalist also claimed that the £30 million midfielder is looking to join Arsenal this summer. Jacobs said last night, if they want Arsenal Youri Tielemans, they'd better hurry up. I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool changed their stance and considered a late window offer. Tielemans still want Arsenal and a move is very possible. Liverpool are prepared for the offer and in short order will send it, he said. It's really surprising that Tielemans is still on the market. The transfer window opened 2 months ago and many believed the Belgian would be among the first to act. Arsenal have been linked to a move to sign him for months, but for whatever reason they have yet to make their move. This could open the door for other clubs to come to Tielemans, and the surprise move could come in the days ahead as Liverpool desperately needs a quality midfielder. It will be interesting to see how this turns out, but it looks like it will be a fierce race between Arsenal and Liverpool. In the match played last night, it was seen that Liverpool does not have to win. A team with a lack of productivity on the field and big mistakes in defense almost knocked Klopp on the sidelines. Starting the game with older players like Henderson and Milner, Klopp was demolished as United passed the midfield comfortably. While the right of the fans who had been waiting for a midfield transfer since the beginning of the transfer period was revealed once again, it was a big event that the German coach admitted that there was a need for a transfer now, although he initially denied it. Klopp has made the signal very clear that he can transfer. So, can Tielemans, the name that comes to the agenda, raise the midfield of the Reds? Tielemans is a balanced central midfielder. The perfect name to replace Thiago in his current absence. In his role as a deep playmaker, he is a player who can provide comfort to the team with long passes, can throw the balls between the defenses, change the direction of the game and play an important role in the tempo of the team. Tielemans is exactly a Thiago heir. He would have been a name that could compile and assemble Liverpool's midfield. Liverpool need to be quick before Arsenal to add this star to their squad. Liverpool are giving bad signals. Liverpool were shaken by a performance at Manchester United that continued their poor start to the new season, and Jürgen Klopp faced some big questions despite only playing 3 games in the 2022-2023 season. After Liverpool's disappointing result at Old Trafford, I have selected and commented on 3 moments for you. The first is the good one. There were 2. Harvey Elliott's performance was one of them and the other was Fabio Carvalho's cameo on the bench. These 2 should be guaranteed to start next Saturday against Bournemouth, but the rest should be sweating for their place. Just a few weeks ago, starting a Premier League game on the pitch with both former Fulham youths would have felt like a big decision, but it's one that should now be completely clear. The worst was the game. Almost everything was like in the Fulham game. Liverpool did not start the game at all and struggled to match the intensity of the hosts. In a game of this size, performing and putting on this level of lethargy is unacceptable. Manchester United have always played fast. Unfortunately, in retrospect, the latest evidence shows that Liverpool will always start slow. Liverpool failed to score their first goal since Newcastle in April and are behind in their last 7 Premier League fixtures. A model that cannot continue if the Reds are to reverse the badly started season. For an ugly moment, he was on the defensive. Virgil van Dijk can't be criticised often, but his start this season has been bad. He gave a penalty against Fulham and looked well underpaced here too. Fewer players enter this list, like Firmino and Milner. But Van Dijk is normally a name to be trusted. The fact that he looked agitated and angry, fighting all over with his teammates, said a lot about how low the Reds' performance level was. Things are really bad for Liverpool when Van Dijk plays poorly. His constant argument with Milner should have ended there last night, and this incident should not be carried forward. You can share your thoughts about the match in the comments. Open the FSG case. Stan Collymore believes Liverpool should sign Jude Bellingham right now. This view came after their loss to Manchester United. Liverpool put on a terrible performance at Old Trafford last night, followed by calls for change. This was of course predictable, and the most sought after change was a transfer. Jude Bellingham is a name that has been put forward for a long time. The Borussia Dortmund midfielder is one of the most in-demand players in the world and a player that Liverpool almost certainly wants. Is it time to get it now? Stan Collymore has called Liverpool to sign. Go get Bellingham now, test Dortmund's resolve with a chunky bid and bring him in. It's not just Manchester City that Liverpool have to worry about. North London is more established and Chelsea will continue to spend. Make a statement, FSG Vault, open it and get a youthful dynamism there, he said. It's almost impossible to see Liverpool fans taking a different view that Liverpool should sign Bellingham. He is a sensational player and someone who could be absolutely perfect for the team. The problem with this is that Dortmund didn't sell the player. Fabrizio Romano had previously claimed that Liverpool made calls about Bellingham. Those searches were unsuccessful. So while it's a good idea, it doesn't seem feasible. Any realistic bid Liverpool can make will almost certainly be there within a year after all. You can't force them to sell, even with all the money you have. The Reds will make do with what they have, we imagine, and a big part of that will be bringing players back from injury. Right now, it makes people wonder if that will be enough. However, we seem to see a short-term transfer move as at the beginning of our video. A statement about the transfer of Jude Bellingham came from Fabinho. Liverpool midfielder Fabinho has welcomed the potential signing of their £103 million goals following strong connections this summer. In a transfer rumour for Jude Bellingham earlier this summer, Fabinho spoke about the potential of a player who would undoubtedly become a star at the club. I heard about Bellingham because he's young and he's a really good player, but he didn't show up. That's normal. Liverpool is a big club and they want to keep fighting the best, so it's normal for them to get new players, he said. Do you think FSG will make an offer this summer that Dortmund can't refuse? Should Jude Bellingham make the transfer?